Hello everyone, Elspeth here, and it might not entirely look like it, but we are back in Medieval Engineers. And for some reason, today we have purple water. I don't know. I've loaded it a couple different times and it still does it, so you know what? We're just gonna run with it, because otherwise I'll spend forever fiddling with it and we'll never get started. So, I decided to relocate my starting area over here. We're gonna punch right into the side of that hill there, or mountain, whatever you want to call it. Sturdy rock location is what I'm going for, because there was a comment on the last video from someone who said that he had settled further up from me. Where are we at here? Clicking the wrong thing. Yeah, he said that he'd settled further up from me and had bandits on him, like, right away. Barbarians. Sorry, I'm using the two terms interchangeably because they're barbarians in Medieval Engineers and they're going to be bandits in Rising World. So, if I get them backwards, my apologies, but, you know, generally bad guys is what I mean. Anyhow, so, he said they were on him right away, which made me a little bit concerned. So, with that in mind, we're going to go for something a little bit more defensible to start with here. And that is why we're over here. Now, unfortunately, I'm having a heck of a time actually getting over this stupid cold. I have this nasty lingering cough that you guys don't want to hear. So, what we're going to do is a little bit of kind of back and forth. Oh, copper's nearby. That's nice. Basically, I'm going to have you with me and talking for a little while, and then we're going to do some... Oh, copper's up there. Well, that's going to sit for a bit. Then we're going to do a time lapse so that I can kind of give my voice a break and not break out into a coughing fit on camera. So, with that in mind, I'm going to get started doing some building right in here, and we're going to speed this part up, and then when we kind of get to the point where we've got a little bit of this done and we have a couple of the quests complete, then I'm going to bring you guys back and chat a little bit more. So, let's see what we can make that is somewhat appealing in the side of a mountain. Alright guys, so you saw it. Here's our big copper vein. I'm not terribly impressed. But, you know, what the heck. Let's see what we can grab here real quick. Not really the best climb to get here, so I don't really want to have to make it too many more times. And I'm not sure exactly how much good the shovel's really going to be doing us. And we are really going to need to research a few more things because... Ooh, that's not going to do us any good there. Because we're going to need the pick to go into that lovely rock face that is going to be our home. So I do kind of need some ore. Alright, well we've got 5. Sort of want to take as much of this as I possibly can, because I don't really want to have to come back. I mean, this is a pretty inconvenient place to have to get to, you know? So I'm going to gather up as much of this as possible. I do think we're going to need to look into shipbuilding as quickly as we possibly can, because I don't think that we're in a very good area for any kind of ore. So I think we're going to have to do some traveling. And if you'll remember, when we look at the map, we are pretty much nowhere near a road. So fast travel is out of the option. So yeah, there's that. I like the location that we're settling in. I really do. But it does present challenges. I can't deny that. Alright, so I'm going to gather up as much of this as I can. And I will see you back at home base. Okay, so we've been doing pretty well so far. We've got a pretty good little start here, but still kind of nervously looking around for trouble here. Everybody has really said that they're much more aggressive now than they were before. So I'm a little bit nervous because I have been killed numerous times in this game. I'm terrible at fighting. And yeah, I die really easily. But we've got a few things started here, a little bit of a platform. And I don't know, it used to be that if you placed, I think it was 10 large blocks, they would start appearing. But then with the update, they were saying something about it actually being based on the research tree. So, like the Path of War, once you did that. But yeah, with people saying they've already been attacked, like, I'm not really sure. So, little nervous. Who am I kidding? I'm very nervous. And, okay. I'm really not a big fan of whatever they did with the placement. Dear God, it's atrocious. Look at that. I have that thing placed into the wall just so that I don't have it placed into the floor. That's ridiculous. Seriously, seriously ridiculous. Alright, now we need to get some of our goodies here, which are all right here. I got a little bit more than 25 copper ore, and then I picked up a bunch of tin as I was out exploring. Let's see, nothing in there. I'm going to pick that up. And I'm going to slowly move over. Whoops, don't fall. I'm going to slowly kind of start moving over into here so that we can get ourselves set up, and hopefully, my hope is that we can get ourselves situated so that we're at least somewhat in a defensible position, right? If I can at least, you know, toss barbarians off the cliff or something. I don't know. Whatever works. Knowledge gained. Okay. Not entirely certain how much of that is a good thing at the moment. Yeah, they definitely... I don't actually mind the visual changes to the interface. And it seems like some of the new sounds are pretty cool. Like this, I can see how people would be annoyed by it, but I don't really mind it. But the whole different reports from people about what actually brings on an attack, that, you know, that I mind. That I actually mind. So, let's see here. What can I do right now? Well, for one thing, this is not in any way, shape, or form optimal placement, but there we go. At least I have a spawn point if it all goes horribly wrong, right? That's important to have some place to come back to. There we go. How are we doing here? Okay, take all of those. Let's check real quick. Oh, this looks short. Why does it look short? Ah, civilian tools. Here we go. This is the one that we really need. Let me just double check really quickly. Oh, there's a bunch. Here, let me just grab them all. Now, I know I've said this, but I'll say it again. I go through the quests concurrently. I go through them at the same time because at this point, I'm not actually trying to learn the skill. Like, I know it. I know how to do this. I'm not worried about that. What I am worried about, and what I'm trying to kind of avoid, is spending way too much time going through these. I don't want to end up doing that. And why can I not? There we go. Now, I don't know if I can build these, but I can place them. So that counts, right? Okay, that might be a little bit too much of a drop. Because I don't really have anything together to heal me if I get myself killed. So in the interest, not getting myself killed. Okay, there we go. What is next? Ah, yes, Path of War. We are going to ignore that for a little bit. So I'm going to minimize that. Let's see here. I'm going to minimize, or, well, it's not really minimizing so much as it's putting them to sleep. I'll just make sure, yeah, nothing coming. There we go, J. If you close the little eye next to each quest, it puts it to sleep so it doesn't show up here on the side of your screen. So you can focus on what you actually want to work on. Terracotta. I don't think I care about that right now. It's going to be tools. Yep. Yep. Oh, and it wants me to gather more ingots. You're kidding me. Ooh. That's a horrible idea. I can't go gathering more ingots. For one thing, I think I gathered them all. Ooh, I can make the smithy, though. we're okay. I can make the smithy. Let's go ahead. Let's just smelt up those real quick, just so that we have everything. Because a lot of things, they're not really actually very fussy about specifically what kind of metal ingot you have. They don't really care. They just want you to have a metal ingot. That's it. That's all they care about. So you can get by that way for a lot of things. Now, where am I going to put this? Oh, and now it says metal parts. Okay, so it's like it knows. All right. Let's smelt metal parts. Where am I going to put my smithy? That doesn't seem like a great spot. Oh, what about right there? What about right there? I feel like it should have a floor. I was about to say I don't really care if it has a floor, but it turns out I do care. So, there's that. Turn that around. There we go. Okay. So far, so good. Nobody's coming to kill me. I'm really kind of hoping, I'm planning to put palisades along the sides of this. And I'm hoping that if they try and come at me from the top, they're just going to fall down and die. It sounds incredibly callous. I know. But, you know, it's them or me, so I'd really rather it be me. And look at this. It wants to place this into the floor. I mean, come on now, Keen. This is ridiculous. And I can't bring it closer to me. Oh, there we go. Apparently, if you scroll long enough... Oh, well... No, really not, because that just kind of set it down all weird. So... How do I get this so that it looks decent? Alright. Now, this is the kind of stuff that will actually make me say that a game is unplayable. Because the fact that you can't properly place things is just ridiculous. I mean, look at that. I can place it into the floor. Are you kidding me? That's absurd. Okay. I need ingots. Where did my ingots go? Really? What did I use them on? I didn't use them on anything. And this just looks ridiculous. It's gonna drive me crazy. Come on. And now I can't pick it back up? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Seriously? Okay, there we go. Oh, they all went into the smithy. That's right. So I do have to go get more actual ingots before I can really craft much of anything, but I feel like that doesn't really matter if I can't even place the stupid smithy. I've got to admit, I'm disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed. Look at that. It's at the right height if I put it into the mountain. Woohoo! That's impressive. Okay. See, here's the thing, though. This is the downside to the new system. All these individual little things here, they don't have their own inventories anymore. So, if, for example, you know that you are going to have to go out into the very dangerous world and go searching for something like, for instance, metal ingots, perhaps you don't really want to take everything that you own with you, right? Perhaps you'd like to leave a few things behind, just in case the unthinkable happens and you end up dead. Well, it's proven a little bit more difficult to do that than I would really like, because you can't put anything into a crafting station inventory anymore. So, that is, I'll grant people that. That's one downside to this. And, you know, the whole not being able to place the crafting stations properly in the first place, kind of another downside. Alright. I know that this is kind of a rather short, perhaps abrupt episode for today, but I think that we are going to go ahead and call it a day here. Obviously, I need to go and do a lot more hunting around for ingots, so that's going to take a while. And I've got a lot of work to do here, so that's going to take a while. I don't really think you guys want to watch me dig into the side of the mountain. So I'm going to try and get some work done on that. And then, for the time being, you can see the nice purple water moving. But for now, this is still kind of where our water levels are at. We'll see how high up it comes. That will help determine what kind of a dock I try and build here. And with that, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.